In the quiet, unassuming town of Indiana, where echoes of the past linger, Kate found herself returning home. Her mother's declining health had brought her back, a journey she never anticipated. Familiar sights of her childhood greeted her with a bittersweet embrace, each corner whispering stories of days gone by. Before we dive in, make sure to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to The Twisted Plot, your ultimate destination for spine-tingling tales. Ready? Let's begin. Kate had always been a wanderer, drawn to distant places and new experiences. But now, standing on the threshold of her old life, nostalgia settled heavily on her shoulders. She could almost hear the laughter of her younger self, dreaming of adventures beyond the horizon. Reconnecting with her roots was more than a return to a physical place. It was a reawakening of long-buried memories. Among these was Mia, her childhood friend, whose presence was as familiar as the Indiana sunsets. Mia, with her infectious laughter and adventurous spirit, had always been Kate's anchor. Their friendship was a tapestry woven with shared secrets and dreams, unbroken by time or distance. The reunion with Mia was like stepping into a forgotten chapter, filled with youthful dreams and unfulfilled promises. As they embraced, Kate felt the years melt away, leaving only the essence of their enduring friendship. Together, they reminisced about their escapades and the places they'd explored as children. Yet, beneath their joyous reunion, an undercurrent of unease lingered. Kate couldn't shake the feeling that her return was more than just familial obligation. It was as if the town itself was calling her back for a reason, an unspoken purpose lurking in the shadows. As they walked through the familiar streets, Mia spoke of changes in the town, new faces, and old legends that still haunted the locals. One legend in particular caught Kate's attention: the tale of the last train to nowhere. A chilling story they had heard as children, it spoke of a train appearing on moonless nights, taking those who boarded it away forever. Mia's eyes sparkled with excitement as she recounted the eerie details, her voice a mixture of fear and fascination. "They say the train is a portal to another world," Mia whispered, her words hanging in the air like a ghostly echo. "No one knows where it goes, but those who board it are never seen again." Kate laughed it off, attributing the story to the town's penchant for ghost tales. Yet, a part of her couldn't help but wonder if there was truth hidden within the legend. Was it merely a story to frighten children, or was there something more sinister at play? As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the town, Kate felt a chill run down her spine. Her return to Indiana was supposed to be a simple visit, a chance to care for her mother and reconnect with her past. But now, as the legend of the last train loomed large in her mind, she realized her journey was far from over. Unbeknownst to her, an adventure was about to unfold, one that would blur the lines between reality and the supernatural, testing the limits of her courage and friendship. And so, with the stage set and the players in place, Kate's story began. A tale of nostalgia, friendship, and the chilling unknown that awaited her in the heart of Indiana. In the quiet town of Indiana, where shadows stretch long under the moonless sky, curiosity brews in the hearts of two old friends. Kate, newly returned to her roots, finds herself drawn into a world she had long left behind. "Come on, Kate," Mia urges one evening, her eyes alight with mischief. "Let's visit the old railway station. It's just like old times." Kate hesitates, her mind flooded with memories of whispered tales and childhood dares. The abandoned station had always been a place of mystery, its decaying facade a silent witness to stories of the past. Local legends spoke of the place with a reverence reserved for the truly haunted, warning of eerie happenings and ghostly apparitions. Yet despite the warnings, there was something undeniably alluring about the station. "I don't know, Mia," Kate replies, her voice tinged with uncertainty. "People say strange things happen there." Mia laughs, a sound that cuts through the tension like a knife. "That's exactly why we should go. Besides, it's just an old station. What's the worst that could happen?" With a reluctant smile, Kate agrees. The pull of nostalgia, combined with Mia's infectious enthusiasm, is too strong to resist. As they set off, the night air wraps around them like a cloak, and the path to the station seems to stretch endlessly into the darkness. The town's streets are eerily quiet, the only sound the crunch of gravel beneath their feet. As they approach the station, a chill runs down Kate's spine. The building looms before them, its silhouette stark against the starless sky. The air feels heavy, charged with a strange energy that prickles at the edges of their consciousness. "Here we are," Mia whispers, her voice barely audible over the whispering wind. "Looks just like it did back then." Kate nods, her eyes scanning the familiar yet foreign structure. "Remember the stories?" Mia asks, her voice carrying an edge of excitement. "About the train that never stops? They say it comes on nights like this, when the moon hides away." Kate shivers, recalling the tales of the last train to nowhere. A train that would appear out of the fog, its whistle echoing through the night, luring the curious and the unwary. "Do you really think it's true?" Kate asks, her voice a mix of skepticism and intrigue. Mia shrugs, her eyes gleaming with the thrill of the unknown. As they stand on the platform, a sense of foreboding settles over them. The station seems to hold its breath, waiting, as if it knows something they do not. Despite the unease, their curiosity pushes them forward, daring them to explore the mysteries hidden in the shadows. And so, with hearts pounding and minds racing, Kate and Mia take the first steps into the unknown, unaware of the chilling adventure awaiting them just beyond the veil of darkness. Are you getting chills yet? If you're enjoying this creepy tale, hit that like button and let us know in the comments. Would you get on the train? Don't forget to subscribe to The Twisted Plot for more bone-chilling stories like this one. As the moonless night cast its shadow over the small town of Indiana, whispers of an ancient legend began to stir. It was a tale as old as the rusting tracks themselves, passed down through generations, each retelling more chilling than the last. According to the legend, on nights when the moon hid its face, a train would emerge from the depths of the forgotten tracks. It was said to be a ghostly apparition, a relic of an era long past, shrouded in darkness and mystery. The townsfolk spoke of it in hushed tones, their voices tinged with fear and awe. They warned of the train's eerie whistle that echoed through the night, a sound that sent shivers down the spine of anyone who heard it. Kate and Mia, captivated by the allure of the unknown, listened intently as the legend unfolded. The story was more than just a spooky tale. It was a testament to the power of fear and the draw of the supernatural. They learned that the train was no ordinary locomotive. Its carriages were said to be filled with the echoes of the past, haunted by the souls of those who had once boarded it. The conductor, a figure of mystery and dread, was rumored to be a guardian of secrets, a keeper of the train's dark history. His presence added another layer of enigma to the already haunting narrative. As the night wore on, the legend became more than just a story. It was a living, breathing entity, woven into the fabric of the town's history. They realized that the legend of the last train was not just about the fear of the unknown, but also about the courage to face it. It was a journey into the heart of darkness, a test of friendship and bravery. In the quiet of the night, as the wind rustled through the trees and the stars twinkled above, the legend of the last train to nowhere hung in the air, a chilling reminder of the mysteries hidden in the shadows. With a shared glance and a silent understanding, they resolved to uncover the truth, to venture into the unknown, and to face whatever awaited them in the darkness. The evening air was thick with an unsettling chill as Kate and Mia stood at the edge of the abandoned railway platform. Shadows danced under the flickering light of a solitary lamp, casting eerie silhouettes that seemed to beckon them closer to the tracks. Despite the warnings that had echoed in their minds, curiosity had led them here, to this forsaken place, where legends whispered of ghostly trains and lost souls. The night was moonless, the sky a dark canvas void of stars, as if the universe itself had turned its back on what was about to unfold. Kate shivered, not just from the cold, but from the palpable sense of dread that clung to the air. She glanced at Mia, who stood resolute, her eyes fixed intently on the horizon, as if searching for something only she could see. "Do you hear that?" Mia's voice was barely a whisper, but it sliced through the silence like a knife. Kate strained her ears, and there it was, a distant rumble, growing louder, a sound that seemed to vibrate through the very ground beneath their feet. It was the unmistakable clatter of a train approaching, yet no scheduled train was supposed to run this route, especially not at this hour. As the sound grew, so did the tension in Kate's chest. And then, emerging from the darkness like a specter from another realm, it appeared. The train was unlike any Kate had ever seen, a massive, looming presence draped in shadows. Its exterior was a deep obsidian black, swallowing the light around it, and its windows were dark, revealing nothing of what lay inside. Mia took a step forward, her eyes wide with a mix of fear and fascination. "It's real," she breathed, her voice tinged with awe. "The legend, it's real." Kate hesitated, her mind a whirlwind of conflicting emotions. Every fiber of her being told her to turn back, to leave this place and never look back. But there was Mia, her best friend, standing on the precipice of something extraordinary. Could she really let her go alone? "We can't," Kate said, her voice trembling with uncertainty. Mia turned to her, her expression a blend of excitement and determination. "We've come this far, Kate. We have to see it through." Before Kate could respond, the train's doors slid open with a hiss, revealing a dimly lit interior that seemed to beckon them with promises of secrets and stories untold. The air was heavy with the scent of something ancient and forgotten, a smell that whispered of time and memory. Kate's heart raced as she stood at the threshold, caught between the safety of the platform and the unknown that lay beyond those doors. She looked at Mia, whose gaze was fixed firmly on the train, her decision already made. "Together," Mia said softly, reaching out her hand. In that moment, Kate realized that this was more than just an adventure. It was a test of their friendship, a journey into the depths of fear and courage. Taking a deep breath, she grasped Mia's hand, drawing strength from the bond they shared. With a final glance at the world they were leaving behind, Kate stepped forward, crossing the threshold into the train's shadowy embrace. The train lurched forward, its movements smooth yet unsettling, as if it glided on rails made of dreams and nightmares. Kate and Mia exchanged a glance, a silent acknowledgement of the path they had chosen. This was the moment that would change everything, the decision that would lead them deeper into the heart of the legend. As the train carried them into the unknown, Kate couldn't shake the feeling that they were not alone, that something or someone watched them from the shadows, waiting to reveal the secrets of the last train to nowhere. As the train doors closed behind them with an ominous thud, Kate and Mia found themselves enveloped in an unsettling silence. The air inside was thick with an ancient chill, as if the very walls of the carriage held the whispers of countless lost souls. Shadows danced eerily along the corridors, cast by flickering lanterns that seemed to burn with an unnatural light. Their footsteps echoed softly on the worn wooden floors as they ventured deeper into the belly of the beast. Suddenly from the shadows emerged a figure, a man clad in an antiquated conductor's uniform, his presence as chilling as the air around them. His eyes, dark and hollow, seemed to pierce through the very fabric of their being. "Welcome aboard," he intoned, his voice a haunting melody that resonated through the carriage. "You are passengers on the last train to nowhere." Kate felt a shiver run down her spine, her instincts screaming to turn back. Mia, ever the adventurous spirit, stepped forward, her curiosity piqued despite the palpable danger. The conductor gestured for them to follow, leading them through the train's labyrinthine corridors. Each compartment they passed was a tableau of the bizarre and the macabre. In one, a group of spectral figures sat in silence, their eyes vacant, their expressions frozen in time. Kate's heart pounded in her chest, each bizarre sight more unnerving than the last. She clung to Mia, the only anchor in this sea of supernatural chaos. "What is this place?" she whispered, her voice barely audible over the creaking of the train. "A journey," the conductor replied enigmatically, his voice drifting back to them like a distant echo. "A journey through the shadows of what once was and what could be." The train seemed to stretch on endlessly. As they reached the final carriage, the conductor turned to them, his eyes now glowing with an eerie light. "Here you will find your answers," he said, his voice now a whisper that seemed to come from all around them. With that, he vanished into the shadows, leaving Kate and Mia alone at the threshold of the unknown. The door before them loomed large, its surface cold and unyielding. Kate hesitated, her mind a whirl of fear and anticipation, but Mia, driven by a mixture of bravery and recklessness, pushed the door open. Together they stepped into the final chamber, ready to confront whatever dark secrets awaited them. Inside, the atmosphere was different, charged with an energy that was both terrifying and mesmerizing. The walls seemed to pulse with a life of their own, the air thick with a sense of impending revelation. Here, amid the swirling shadows and the echoes of forgotten voices, they would come face to face with the truth of the last train to nowhere, a truth that would change them forever. In that moment, Kate realized that this journey was more than just an exploration of the supernatural. It was a confrontation with the unknown, a test of courage and friendship, and an encounter with the mysteries that lay hidden in the deepest corners of the human soul. And as the train carried them onward into the night, she knew that whatever happened next, they would face it together. The platform was eerily silent, as if time itself had stopped to bear witness to the haunting scene unfolding before Kate's eyes. The fog swirled around them, thick and suffocating, as if it were alive, whispering secrets of the unknown. It was then that Mia's fate took a sinister turn. As she stood there, her eyes wide with a mixture of fear and disbelief, the fog seemed to reach out, tendrils of mist curling around her like ghostly fingers. Despite her desperate attempts to hold on, Mia was pulled into the depths of the fog, her cries for help swallowed by the oppressive silence. Kate watched, rooted to the spot, unable to move or even scream as her friend vanished into the unknown. The last train to nowhere had claimed another soul, and Kate was left alone on the deserted platform, the weight of the moment pressing heavily upon her. The train had disappeared as mysteriously as it had arrived, leaving only the chilling memory of its existence. In the stillness that followed, Kate felt the reality of their journey crash down upon her like a wave. The legend of the last train was no longer just a story whispered among locals. It was a living nightmare she had witnessed firsthand. Her heart ached with the loss of Mia, a friend who had been more like a sister, now lost to the shadows of the supernatural. As the fog began to dissipate, revealing the cold, hard lines of the platform, Kate realized she was truly alone. The world around her felt different, as if the boundary between the known and the unknown had blurred, leaving her stranded in a place where reality and legend intertwined. The chilling adventure had reached its tragic climax, and Kate was left to grapple with the haunting reality of their encounter. The memories of the train, the conductor, and the eerie sights they had witnessed would forever be etched in her mind, a reminder of the thin veil that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. But amidst the sorrow and fear, a spark of resolve ignited within her. She knew she had to tell their story, to warn others of the dangers that lurked in the forgotten corners of the world. The legend of the last train to nowhere was no longer just a tale to be told in hushed tones. It was a truth that demanded to be shared. With a heavy heart and a newfound determination, Kate turned away from the platform, the echoes of the past fading into the distance. As she walked away, the fog closed in once more, a silent guardian of the secrets it held. Yet, Kate knew she carried something more powerful than fear, a story that would live on, a testament to the unbreakable bond of friendship and the mysteries that lay beyond the veil. And so, dear listener, as you sit in the comfort of your own reality, remember the tale of the last train to nowhere. Let it serve as a reminder of the unknown that lingers just beyond the edges of our understanding, waiting for those brave enough to seek it out. Like, comment, and subscribe to The Twisted Plot for more tales that beckon you into the shadows, where the line between reality and legend is ever so thin.